Go flat tracker. Go flat tracker. Go, go, go.
Klavr Flat Track Pod brought to you by our partners, Shread.co for the sickest jersey prints in the biz, Euroka Fencing for all your rural fencing needs, classic wheel spokes, Otway hydroblasting, make your old girl look new again, and of course Klavr, keeping you on track for longer. Now let's get on with the episode. Yeah, welcome to 2024. They're now officially usually Klavr. I'm going to say Klavr. Klavr Flat Track Pod. And yeah, it's awesome to be back. I hope you've all missed us. We've missed talking about racing. I actually personally just got back on the bike and it showed that I've been off it, but still was pretty happy with the overall. We'll talk about the Skylift a little bit. Yeah, Tom's back. We're just talking about how we're both chasing our tails really and sort of not getting anywhere, and we already feel like it's halfway through the year, don't we, Tom?
Oh, mate, that's an understatement for sure. Yeah, no, it was definitely needed a bit of time off there just to get a few things sorted out. But 2024 is looking to be a pretty fulfilled year, so I'm keen to get into it.
Yeah, right. So you had a good Christmas and New Year. I didn't even ask you that. What a rude prick.
Yeah, and I had a fair bit of time off work, but off driving trucks. But yeah, I was doing everything else in between, moving house and everything too. So yeah, that was flat out. But I'm interested in getting to some racing and getting some normality back.
Did you get any bikes built or anything like that done, or?
No, nothing to do with the bikes. Actually, the only thing I did with them was move it from one house to another and then ride it up and down the street to make sure the thing still started. So
yeah, right.
One did and one didn't, but no, we got them running. So yeah, I'm ready to go now.
Yeah, sweet. What bikes are you going to be using this year?
Well, I've got to work out what Jobbo wants to do. Obviously, he's still healing from his injury. He needs to get clearance and everything there. So I think he's due to be back maybe sometime mid-season. So we're
yeah, okay.
So that should be good. But I've got the 19s on the 450 at the moment now, so I'm pretty keen to get down to Appin and do a few laps down there when Greg opens back up. And Nepean just released their calendar for the year for practice and race days too. So if anyone wants to jump on the City of Penrith Motorcycle Club site, you can see the dates for those. It's an awesome, big, long, fast track. So I'm pretty keen to get out there and do that championship. And as many open meetings as we possibly can.
Yeah, sweet. So this pod's basically a hello to everyone again. Get the Klavr pod firing up. We had a really successful time with the Kelpie Flat Track pod. As you all know, I've gone for a name change. I'm still actually going through it on the website. I've got to get that done before the 1st of Feb. Otherwise, there's going to be no website because I've cancelled the other one. But I'm just about done. I've had a couple of little gremlins, which I'm still trying to figure out. So it might be a little bit basic at first, but you'll be able to buy stuff if you need it. And you can still contact me, of course, if there's other questions or products on there that aren't on there that you want to ask about, because I do have a few things I haven't listed on there yet, but like I can get Maxxis tires and Shinkos and flat track tires and stuff. I am going to start putting that on there. It's just, yeah, like I said before, just chasing my tail a bit. You think, oh, yeah, it's going to be simple to name change, and then you realise that name's embedded in everything and everywhere. And if you don't change it in one place, it stuffs something up in another place. And I'm talking about on the interweb here. And actually, I didn't realise how much I'd actually done previously until you have to redo it.
Yeah, it's exactly right. It gives you a bit of an indication of how far you've come as well. So that would have been good.
But I did do a little bit of a spiel on the last pod. We did. Kelpie has achieved a lot in its infancy. We're still in our infancy, really. Couple of exciting things. I actually have some Kelpie blocks in America at the moment being tested out as ice tires for non-studded racing. And I'm looking forward to hearing the full report on that. So far it's so good from what I can tell. So nice. Once I get the full feedback on that, I'll let you know who's got him and check out what he does as well, because it's pretty cool. But
who have you got on those tires?
Bit of a teaser. So his name's, I don't actually know who's going to be riding on them. That's why I'll let you know. But the guy that's got him's he knows a few of our Aussie boys over there and that, and he's in the scene. But yeah, once I get it all back, I'll let you know exactly who it is. And I don't want to say either because I haven't said, can I shout you out on the pod or anything. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure it won't be an issue, but I like to run that past people before dropping them in it.
That's
Uh,
it.
so yeah, so all that's been going on. Obviously, trying to keep a household running, keep money coming in, so my missus doesn't divorce me, all that sort of stuff. Um, I've been spending a lot of. So we might sort of dive into Aubrey. I've been spending a lot of time on the pushy road cycling. I've got a new road cycle and mountain biking. And what hit me, well, the one reason I haven't had a lot of seat time on the motorcycle is because my motorcycle had broken down.
No.
And so I wasn't running. I've done one bush ride on the DR in the last few months. And that's the only motorcycle riding I've had in probably the last 4 or 5 months. I think the last time I rode the YZ was at the Aubrey Club Champs, whenever that was last year. And yeah, it turned out it jumped the timing chain. So I don't know
Yeah,
why or
right.
how, or if the tensioner played up, but it was fine on Saturday night. Just yeah, it took me a little bit to find my feet, and I was making a lot of mistakes. I'm thinking back over it. I know what they all are now, so hopefully I can fix that up next weekend and get some seat time in between that. The other thing I've been doing here is I decided to totally bulldoze my track, um, and to start a new layout, and I've saw some clay that's hopefully going to go down. I'm going to have a clay track instead for the play around on the 19s and stuff. But yeah, it just takes a long time. It's a 75 horsepower tractor, so it's got guts, but the grader blade's not that big, and that it takes a lot of effort. So I think I've spent about 20 hours on that yet, and I've still got to do another 3 or 4 passes. So
Nice.
each pass is taking anywhere from maybe 4 to 6 hours. Depends
Yeah,
how
right.
fast. Because the slower you go, the smoother it is. If you go
Mm.
fast, you start getting bumps, and then you'll just make holes and shit. And that, yeah, it's I'm sure with heavier equipment, you might not. You could probably go a bit quicker, but yeah, mine's the grader blade's not heavy enough. I've looked at welding weights and all that sort of shit to it, but yeah, look, it does the job. I'm not trying to build a pro track, but I do want it to be nice enough, So
Yeah,
yeah, so I've
sweet.
been doing that as well, fitting that in between, rebuilding the wall between our bathroom and laundry, um, fixing up Willow's treehouse that had some damage from storms. Oh, all the normal stuff that comes along. I did those pods at the end of the year, which was great. Got Eric Hartley on finally, which was fantastic to speak to him. You
Yep.
couldn't make that one, unfortunately.
Nah, you did it during the day, so then you caught me off guard
Yeah,
again. I couldn't leave work
yeah.
for that one. I was on the other side of this bloody state then.
Yeah, I did it deliberately. I wanted Eric to himself. And
I'll tell him
Scott
you're fond of him.
Scott Wilkins in New Zealand, I got him on again too, which was great to catch up with Scotty. And yeah, flat track's going well over there, still slowly boiling, slowly growing over there. I'll
Cool.
just quickly slip it in. I'm not gonna make it to the bird. I don't think you are either, are you, Tom, now?
No, my
Yeah,
finances, went downhill.
yeah.
The
With the move
7
and
weeks I
everything.
had off, so yeah, I've got
Yeah.
to refurbish that.
Yeah, well, I bought a Harley. That was sort of me deciding I'm not going to New Zealand. So
Next
that we'll
year.
get into that as well. But for the flat track class, as part of the Burt Munro, they've got 28 entries, which is fantastic, really. So I'm assuming that's a mix of bikes. I'm pretty sure it's an open class. I know
Yeah,
there's going to
right.
be some two strokers in there because a couple of the guys up north love the two strokers. So yeah, I hope that they live stream it or do something or get some good footage because I think that will be really good to see. And it
Yeah,
is
for
a
sure.
shame that I'm not getting down there. And then the Canterbury Flat Track Champs the week after, and then the weekend after that, I think there's another one at Ellesmere. Scott was saying. So check out that last Kelpie Flat Track pod with Scott Wilkins because we talk about that. And yeah, if you are interested in going over, we're also talking about that, trying to get maybe a collection of bikes on either side so riders can go over and share each other's bikes and that sort of stuff. Because the freighting the bike over, it's not impossible, but it is expensive. So you're looking about 2.5 to 3 grand return sort of thing, and then obviously all the loss of time beforehand, breaking bikes down, all that sort of stuff. So we talked about all that sort of stuff. But going, I'm jumping all over the show. We did say this might be a how's your mother sort of episode. It's we're really prepared, but we did what I actually wanted to get this happening before Skylift, and I was on track, and then my week just went sideways. Like just went completely spastic, and like I got my bike going Monday, the Monday before Skylift. Aubrey very kindly asked me if I'd commentate, and I said, "Can I let you know on Monday if my bike goes? I'd like to ride. I'm happy to do in between." But they didn't hold me to that, which was good. So it just made my night a bit easier. But got bike going Monday, and then the rest of the week I went back to fencing. I've been working most nights at Sovereign Hill, driving. Um, trying to do this bloody website, dealing with a few customers and that, which is great too. Thanks, guys, for buying up the last of the Kelpie stock. We do have a little bit left. Got one Kawasaki wheel set, one CRF front wheel, all on our lonesome, and one YZ wheel set, and 4 Suzuki wheel sets. So it turns out nobody flat tracks on Suzuki's anymore, which was an oversight on my part. But I'm sure you could modify them to fit other things. So I've had a couple guys asking about twin wheels. We can actually get Ducati Scrambler wheels. Holy shit, they are expensive, and it's not me making a massive margin. It's that they're what they're asking me is a lot of money, and then I actually, because I hadn't done a lot of research on normal twins wheels, what they would cost to replace, and they're up to 2.5, 3 grand sort of mark. And my costume was I think it was 2.6, and I was making very, very slim profit margin. And I'm not kidding. It was like I would be doing it out of love for the person, not for any business benefits. So it is possible. So if you want some and you've got deep pockets, they are there, and they do. I've forgotten what Harley model. They don't do my model, of course. But so what I'm planning to do with that Harley is dress it up with some Klavr wheels. I'm going to use a set of KTM wheels with orange hubs. Thought that was fitting, and we're going to make up a spacer set and a seat board and a slip on, and sell that as a kit. If you get yourself a 750 street or even a 500, it should just go straight on. So that's the idea of that. And learn as we go about the twin side of stuff. So still didn't get to Aubrey. Yeah. So that was sort of all happening on the build up to Aubrey. And we got to Aubrey, first Skylift, first proper Skylift back. They did, the Aubrey Watonga did tell me they wanted to ease back into it. And they ended up with 111 riders, I believe it was.
Wow.
They were trying to do it quietly, but the word got out, and the rush came in at the end, I believe. And so 111 riders, fantastic. 19-inch class had 14 riders in it, which was really great. 2 heats.
I've seen some footage of just 2 riders on the start line. Were they doing like a
so that was
1v1 sort of setup?
because what they're doing, it's over 2 rounds, and they've decided. So what they used to do is have finals and everything each night. It used to be a 3-round series. So what they've decided to do this time is they had a shootout as like a feature.
Oh,
So
nice.
they had a shootout for each class. The 19s, which I actually qualified for without anyone pulling out, which I was pretty happy about. And I
Shit.
was actually shocked. I was surprised because I didn't. Like I said to you, I didn't break 20-second laps, which yeah, it was sort of disappointing, but I wasn't looking at the times. But when I've looked back at it, I was disappointed. But then my results actually were all right. I got a few thirds and fourths and fifths throughout the night, and a couple real dodgy races too, where I got second to last and that. But that shit happens. And yeah, the three things I picked up on my starts were my delay, my reaction time was a big problem. My actual starts were okay, but I was reacting too slow. There was one race where I was sitting right next to Tom Drain. I was in gate one, he was in gate two. Gates went up, felt like I had a ripper start. It was me, Tom, and someone on the outside, and I'm sitting in third just behind Tom. I think fantastic. Turned out that someone, actually Taylor Street, bless her heart, ran the tapes, and everyone else was back at the start gates. So that was my best start of the night.
Hey man, it sounds good to me.
yeah. So starts, I just need to work on my reaction time, getting my foot up early and getting on the power earlier in the corner. So they were the three things I know I was really letting myself down and was costing a lot of time. But easy fix. So yeah, easy fix that is. So we'll
So all
work
in
on.
all, it was a good event. I heard Drain was on a set of 19s and
So yeah, I did
made
that
everyone look
post.
silly.
I wouldn't say he made them look silly. Like there was some awesome battles. I
Yeah,
didn't see them all, but I definitely heard about them. People saying that's crazy, the
yeah.
way they're racing and how everything was going. Um,
He's such a phenomenal rider. His
Awesome rider.
racecraft is unheard of.
Yeah, he sort of said, I'm pretty sure it was him that said to me that that was a tricky track for
Yeah, okay.
the Dunlops. So I'm pretty sure it was Tom. Sorry, Tom, if I've got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was. And yeah, but he's an awesome rider. Yeah, you can't deny him that.
Nah.
But I think even some of uh, us other riders that were, and there was also other awesome riders. We're not just saying Tom's God. Um, like Matt Davies, Tom Herrick, Brendan, they're all holding their own. Even I was going pretty well in the other classes. Vets, I was off the pace a little bit, but I still qualified sixth overall. Um, and there was some, for instance, Josh Antone was racing. He's fast as
Oh
Cam
yeah, yeah.
Donald. Cam Donald, if you don't know who he is, he was racing. He's Isle of Man, used to race in Isle of Man and that sort of stuff. So, and oh look, he's been riding for a long time. He's very quick. Um, Possum from Cowra, I can never remember his name. I just remember I always see Possum because I'm always behind him on his bib. Uh,
What numbers is that?
Pinky,
The one with the same number as you?
no, no.
No.
Ralph Pink was on fire on his KX. I've got to take my hat off to Ralph. He's one of the older riders out there, and he was 19, 18, high 18 lap times. He was going awesome. I'm trying to bring it up so I can be more specific. Yeah, so there's lots of great racing going on. There's lots of good racing on. There was a few guys that did have two bikes. I think Jed Carter had two or three bikes. It's his first time out on the 19s actually in a race. He's just gone senior. So that's Wade Carter who's running the Bathurst. That's his son. So they came down, and yeah, it was really nice to meet them in person and get to hang out with them. Jet loves the speed, and loves the speed, loves the sport, and he's definitely committed to it. He's telling me about how much he trains and rides, and yeah, it's fantastic. And he showed that he was second to Tom Drain in the overall points, and he won the shootout. So Tom Herrick and Tom Drain decided not to go in the shootout, so that dropped two positions. I actually thought, where's that class? I actually thought Matt Davies should have been in there, so he might have dropped out too. Yeah, so Matt must have as well because he should have been in there too, and he wasn't.
Yeah, right.
Actually, a few because Neil. Yeah, so the shootout was the top six. For the 19s, it should have been Tom Drain, Jet Carter, Thomas Herrick, Matthew Davies, Neil Girdler, and myself. But it ended up being Jet Carter. Where have you gone, Tom? Jet
All right,
Carter ended up being Jet Carter, Darcy Klavr, Robert Rortman, and Brendan McCowett. So yeah, Neil must have called it a night as well. So there's just the four of us, but it was good. To be honest, I've never done a shootout, so that was my first one. And yeah, well, actually, we did one. We did a little mock event here one time, and I crashed in the first corner. And I remember that playing on my mind. I was thinking, oh, the only other time I've done like a trying to qualify sort of thing or shootout sort of thing, I crashed. Um,
yeah,
so yeah, I
right.
didn't crash, but I didn't really give Brendan the challenge he deserved. Yeah, but 19s. Oh, shall I go through the riders? There's only
Yeah,
14.
definitely.
Tom Jane, Jet Carter, Thomas Herrick, Matthew Davies, Neil Girdler, Neil popped his cherry at the AFTN last year. Myself, Darcy Klavr, Robbie Rortman, his first time on 19s also. Brendan McCowett, first time on his new bike. Jason Richards, Gary Rortman, Katana Robinson, who won over in America. Brent Webley from South Australia, Ryan New, and Reese Sandow. So they were all there on 19s, and I think they all had a ball. The track was a bit yeah, she was a little bit how's your mother, a little bit rough at the start of the night. And I was thinking, it was grippy though. It was really grippy. I couldn't two-wheel slide my bike. And sort of wheels in line. It was just, yeah, it was quite deep and grippy, but very bumpy. But then they wonder wheeled it and they would keep wonder wheeling it during the night. And it just got better and better. And yeah, by the time it got nighttime, so sorry, the event started during the day. By the time it got to nighttime, it was beautiful. Yeah, so it's really
Awesome.
good. And you had to chase a bit of a line. Like wasn't going so well on the slicker surface, which normally is weird because normally I do. So I was actually searching for a little bit of the thick stuff. Found a rock at one stage. You might have seen a photo on social media where my shoe was trailing behind. I think that's when I found the rock, which was a shame because it was probably one of my best starts, and I was with the main pack, and I felt like I could have stayed with them, if not even made a place. So that was a shame. But don't we always say that when something, you've got an excuse, like my shoe game off, I had to. So anyway, yeah, I did try to keep going, but yeah, it was just too annoying. I couldn't get it to come right off my foot. It was sort of stuck around the ankle. The strap was stuck in the inside curve of my ankle, if that makes sense. And I was trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
shake
yeah.
it off, and it just wouldn't let go. So I tried one lap to sort of keep up, and it was just yeah, it felt dangerous. So I just yeah pulled it back and finished the race. Bit disappointing. Um, Taylor Street was on a new Honda. I've got to say, Taylor, you looked awesome. That bike is an absolute weapon. I don't think I've seen her ride like that. I know she can. We all know she can ride, but I don't think I've seen her ride like that. That was yeah. Now she's got a bike that can do the job. She's going to be someone to deal with all season if she keeps riding like that. It was awesome to see. Ty Darkin, another Victorian. So I'm talking about the Victorians because I know them, and yeah, they were all racing really well. Ty Darkin's very new to the sport, but wickedly fast. I think if we go to Pro 450, where is he? Have you got the results up there?
Not for that. No, I've
Yeah,
got the.
yeah, that was your job, and I'm trying to throw other jobs on you. So he was yeah, he's sitting in fifth overall in the 450s, against people like Tom Jane, Remy Fife, Archie McDonald, Jock Rogers, and then Ty Riley Plum just behind him. First year senior for him. Mitch Wolf, also from Albury, is pretty quick. He's in the vets and he's very quick. Actually, I should have mentioned you before too, Mitch, about the vets because you are. Yeah, like actually, all these good dudes, everyone that turned up is very quick. Mitchell Watson, Josh Antone, Taylor Street, Jason Richards, Cameron Doddle, Jet Carter, Thomas Herrick, Brock Smith, Andrew Ryan, Thomas Scott, Brandon Burns, Harrison Small. So, oh, gee, that list is long. My eyes are hurting. There's 33 in the 450 class,
Yeah, all right.
33
That's a good
riders.
turnout. That's a mad
Yeah,
turnout.
mad turnout. And the same with the open class. So for guys that don't race, guys and girls that don't race in Australia, our opens class is so senior, and you can be CR 500, YZ 250, two stroke if you want, that sort of thing, or you
Yeah.
can just race your 450 in it. So we don't really get. I've well, I don't know. I might get told off for saying this, but I dare say you could race a twin in it, couldn't you? Open.
Um,
So
well, the Pro Open class on the sub regs, it says,
does it say
well,
EMX frame only, or
not that I know of. I know it used
mm,
to be over 460cc four stroke and over 500cc two stroke, but I think they adjusted the four stroke cc size to accommodate the 450s in that class. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure if you can run anything else that's different, but I don't see why
yeah,
not.
well,
Open's
we'll
open
have
in
to
my
check
eyes.
that out because it's definitely been more twins built, and the guys are going to want places to race them other than just the AFTM. We'll get into some of my plans as well, that sort of stuff. Pro Open Women's, yeah, it was really good. Taylor was on fire. Now Laura Gower was on the Stark Varg. So she was on an
Oh
electric
yeah,
bike.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure actually how her night went. I saw a couple races earlier in the night. I thought she looked a bit better. I could be wrong there. Sorry, Laurie, if I'm wrong. I got it around the wrong way. Abby Wason was riding really well. Ruby Hill, Tana Robinson, and Stacey Malloy. So six ladies out there. Yeah, which it's not a bad field, but I know there's a lot more ladies out there that race. So come on, girls. There's another round coming up. There's still a good chance to get in front of some of those ladies. If you get first, second, third every race. And same for the 19. So the next round of Skylifts on the 3rd, which is not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So, yeah, enter because Tom Drain's not going to be there. I'm not sure about Matt Davies and Tom Herrick because, Tom Drain's going back to America, obviously. Their season's kicking off soon.
Yep.
And we wish you all the best over there, Tom and Sam and the whole family. Uh, yeah, getting to know them a bit more. It's great. They're giving me little tips about the 19s and stuff, which is much appreciated. Really awesome. So the girls would like to see some more girls turn up at the next one and some more 19s. To keep them up. 65s. I'll just give these kids a bit of a shout out. There were a few names I recognised from the AFTN. Hayden Duncan, William Wiggins, Blake. I was pronouncing his name. His mum's going to kill me, Rochelle. Schlein, Schlein. How do you pronounce it? I still can't pronounce it. Sorry, Rochelle.
I thought you were asking me that. I'm like, yeah, I'm
I
not going
am
to have a
asking
shot at
you.
that.
Do you know how to? No.
Schlein?
Schlein, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so useless. Jai Fence, Roy Duggan, Brody Ford, Sonny Bowell Chambers, Benny Lowe, Zach Salmon, and Hunter Law. So yeah, they had a good turnout, 10 riders. And in the 85s, I was thinking about this before. Need to mention this. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I'm gonna check. There's two. So it's final 9 to 13 points, 13 to 16. What's that mean? Oh, that must have been the shootout, righto. So 85s. We had Cooper Antone on the top step. Hopefully going to have Cooper on the pod soon as another junior interview. Went overseas last year riding Speedway.
Yep.
Lockie Duggan, Hayden Duggan, William Wiggins, Jed Fife, Blake Schlein, Darcy Phillips, Benji Lauer, Brody Ford, Taylor Duggan, Connor Shell. You're going to have to hit me up, Connor, and tell me how to pronounce your last name. Joseph. I can't see your whole name there, Joseph. Sorry, your surname. Charlatan, it might be. That stops at the T. So hit me up, guys. I'm not good with pronunciations and stuff. So if you tell me, I'll do my best to get it right. And if I still get it wrong, tell me again. Don't be afraid. I'll keep working on it. Yeah. So a special mention here to Jed. Jed Five, as you know, we've had him on the pod. You were with me that night, Tom.
Yep.
Uh, he scored fifth, actually 86 equal, with William Wiggins. And I think he was a bit disappointed, but I need to mention he was the only one on 17 flat track tyres. And every race I watched him in, he got second. So um, that's an awesome effort, you know. So there's a lot of names there that also race 17s in the AFTN, and none of them chose to. So I think it's a big credit to you, Jed. Hold your head up high. I know it would have been hard to take that you weren't getting the number one step every time after coming back from America and doing so well over there a
Yeah,
fortnight ago.
well done on that.
So yeah, and obviously a big big well done to Jed for doing so
And
well at the winter
Bodie Page
throwdown.
was over there as well. He
Yeah,
went and did
Bodie's
the
over there training with
winter
Corey
throwdown
Texter
too.
at the moment. So
Yeah.
well done to all those riders and their families. But yeah, special mention to Jed there. Yeah, there's no secret. I think he's an awesome kid. I mean, he yelled out to
Yeah.
me, "Hey Darcy, how you going?" It's pretty awesome for someone so young to be like that. And yeah, he should hold his head up high because no one else. I'm going to be pretty blunt here. No one else had the guts to do it, and I think yeah, that's only going to help you secure a championship because this year AFTN is an Australian championship, and you
Yep.
know I think yeah that's how you win them. So doing things that others aren't prepared to do. So and the same with all the guys in the 19s like Tom on the when you look at Tom Drain, yes, he's a great rider, but what would have that done for his confidence, and what would have it done for his image if he went out there and got totally smoked? You know, it was a big
Mm.
risk. It is a risk. I don't think people look at it that way, but it is a risk for his reputation. It's these guys have eyes on them on social media, and they get a lot of media attention, and that was a risk for Tom. So good on you, Tom, because you did prove a point that can be done. And people can say, oh, it's because he's such a good rider. But hey, I beat people on 21 18s, and
Mm.
I was on 19s for every class. And it's just, yeah, I think we're just slowly showing that they are a great tyre. There's definitely a situation that I would say that they don't work in, and that's super wet when it's really wet,
Mm.
obviously.
Yeah.
Um, but my solution for that is throw a Kelpie block on the front, and you could keep your American tire and on the back, and you'll be fine. It's mainly the front end confidence that you lose when the tread pattern falls up. But anyway, I think that's my little rant on the soapbox. So all in all, sorry guys, there's lots of other class, junior 50s, junior 125, 250, MX Open, I'm missing something. For Pro 450, 65s, we had a look at some of the riders in there, Open 19, Pro Open Woman, over 35s, and Pro 250. So yeah, I'm not going to read out all the results, but Remy's obviously very fast around there. Remy Fife, it's his home circuit. I think it's fair to say he had the fastest lap in the night. I can't find it right now. Sorry, I should have written down some notes. I think it was a 17 something. So good job, Remy, keeping up your reputation there. Yeah, it's fantastic. So that was just the first night of racing back into it for me, and it was very enjoyable, really good. That's a actual interclub they've ran that as this time, which it used to be an open event, but I don't know. Do you get emails from EMA at all?
Every now and then I do, yeah.
Yeah, I got one about the fees and that the other day, and there's been a bit of fee structure change in that. So I think we're going to see clubs do, some larger events and they might do them sort of like into clubs and that to help bring the fees down a little bit and that sort of stuff because there's quite a price difference to it. So yeah, just keep supporting your clubs, guys. If it means you're a member of two or three clubs, then yeah, do it and go and support these events. Tom has Lyndall's calendar there. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So we're going to go through some of the dates for this year in Australia. It's pretty packed out, isn't it? And that's not the half of it actually. I know there was a few. I'm pretty sure there's no Harley Club events on there. So that's was there any Mildura events apart from the title ones?
I'm not 100% sure. I think she's thrown together a calendar of what the clubs have submitted for dates.
Yeah,
So I'm pretty sure that's all yeah, ride park days, practice days, club days. I'm pretty sure everyone would have got that email
from the
stating
clubs and
what's
that.
on
Yeah.
when. So yeah, well the first I dare say open one of the year is the All Stars TT at Central Coast Junior Motorcycle Club at Summersby. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting, that event for sure.
Do you know much about that one?
No, not a hell of a lot. I did see a few posts that Dave put up about it. I didn't get a chance to look into it too much, but yeah, it seems like it's I think they had a TT practice day sometime late last year. A fair few riders showed up for that. So yeah, it'd be good for them to open to hold that event and
And
yeah,
that
hopefully
they've
people
put in
support it.
a sick tabletop there, haven't they? Is that
I'm not
Central
100%
Coast?
sure. Yeah, it's
That's
Summersby,
Central
yeah,
Coast.
Central Coast. Yeah.
Yeah. So they put in a really nice TT, and yeah, the jump that they showed me looks awesome. So I'd love to get up there for that actually. But when's that? That's soon, did you say?
24th and 25th of February.
Okay, what else? What else we got there?
Well, I think it's 2 weeks after that you got Bathurst Long Track, the opener of the
Yeah.
season, the big one.
Did you get into that?
I did get into that.
Did you?
Yeah.
You bastard. Yeah, nice on you. Nice work. On your 450.
No, I'm on a sidecar with Matt Davis.
Oh, right. Yeah,
So I'm
okay.
pretty sure he's yeah, I'm not exactly sure what bike he's got for that one, but yeah, that's my plan. So yeah, hopefully you have equal as good a results as I did last year.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome.
All right. After that, on the 23rd, 24th of March, we've got the Twilight Week of Speed at Gunnedah. That's always a fantastic event. That's yeah, that's awesome racing under lights there. They bring a whole bunch of like Daymaker portable lights, put them in the center of the circuit, and yeah, that track under lights is unreal. I've done that twice, I
So
think.
is that the dirt track they run that on or the oval?
Well, last time I did it, they ran the oval.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the time before they ran the dirt track or not, but yeah, I'm sure either Dickie or Jordan would be able to let you know about that one. But yeah, that's always an awesome event. It's yeah, you definitely they get a lot of people rock up for that one.
Yeah, sweet.
All right. After that, 13th and 14th of April, you got the New South Wales Junior Dirt Track titles, and that's going to be held at Kurri Kurri. So yeah, Kurri Kurri is always a good track, especially for juniors. That one there. After that, 4th and 5th of May, we have the Australian.
Now hold on. Sorry.
What have you done?
You just mentioned carry.
Yep.
I'm going to steer the shit here. Did you see the speedway track prep for the Aussie?
I actually went to the round of the Australian Speedway titles at Kurri Kurri last year, and I think it was either last year or the year before. I've got to think. It might even be the year before that or 19. The track broke up. It yeah, it was really hot up there, really windy, and yeah, started to deteriorate and broke up, and the meeting was abandoned by the end of it.
Yeah, right.
And I did see a few photos of the corners, yeah, really chopped up.
So this time it looked like a meeting had been ran on it already. Well, actually 6 or 7 meetings. It looked pretty rough. I might be speaking out of turn here, but it's pretty unacceptable. You've been there, but I've never been there. So
Yeah.
is it harsh weather conditions up that way or something? Is there a reason behind it, you reckon? Or
Well, the dirt track and the speedway are two different circuits. The dirt track's
yeah.
at the back; it's another circuit, and then you've got the
Yeah.
speedway, which is sort of closer to the road, if you could call it that.
Yeah.
Well, in New South Wales in January, it's always stinking hot, and you know what I mean. If trying to keep moisture into a surface that's got a sun beaming down on it, and I guess anywhere's really hot, but yeah, I can dare say around that time of the year, it is pretty stinking hot up there.
Yeah. But you should be able to grade it, get some water in it, go over it again a couple of times, drop some water in it and make it nice and smooth at least, couldn't you? sure, it will dry out and get dusty, but I mean, to me, and I know photos, people might be saying, shut up to their screen here, but, it was only photos, but man, it looked like it hadn't done much at all.
Yeah, no, like I
Yeah,
said, I've only seen photos and the odd clips of footage and whatnot. I haven't heard from anyone that went to the event or rode at the event how the track was and what they thought of it and whatnot. So I can't really comment on that one. But it is a good venue. I enjoy going there and watching Speedway. I've helped Lee Hunter a couple of times doing the I think it was a Craig Boyce Speedway Day. So it's a good venue and whatnot. I just can't comment too much on track work or track prep because I didn't have my hand in that.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Interesting. I probably don't know enough to be talking about it, but it was quite a hoo-ha on social media about it, and looking at it, it was it looked pretty terrible. I don't know how you could dish that up, but if whoever is in charge of the Karikari Speedway and wants to defend yourself and chat about it, welcome to come on, mate. So just give me a message, and we're not going to burn you at the stake. It's just if there was some reasons behind it, then let everyone know that there might be things we don't see. It might have been something they didn't foresee. I'd be interested to know because that's the reason I am commenting is I know there's other clubs that I talk to that are really struggling to get any title meetings, and I know they would fucking bust their guts, So, if there was something, it better be a good reason because you're costing other clubs a chance that really want to do it and want to do a good job for spectators and the riders. So, I'd be interested in hearing the defence. So anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah, moving on. Both Aussie dirt track and long track titles this year are both going to be held in Queensland, which is a bit of a change. But on May 4th and 5th, we've got the Australian Senior Dirt Track Championships, and that'll be held at North Brisbane Junior Motorcycle Club, McDouan Raceway. So that would be good. I went there last year to watch the Aussie dirt track titles, and they ran a fantastic meeting. Everything ran smoothly. The track seemed great. Everyone seemed to have a ball. Didn't really hear any complaints at all. And I really enjoyed it. That was my first time up there, and I really enjoyed it up there.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, moving on. The 25th, 26th of May, we've got the Central Coast Cup at Summersby at Central Coast Junior Motorcycle Club. So that's always an awesome event. They get a good turnout for that one. I think Dave Smith's going to go for his fifth cup. So he's going to have his hands full, but he seems to he's done a fair few laps around that track, so he should do very well on that as well. All right, 2 weeks later, on June 1st and 2nd, we got the New South Wales Senior Dirt Track titles at Balcarry Park at Gunnedah. So the dirt track titles for us will be on oil, so that would be good. All right, after that, this is quite interesting when I seen that Hunter Motorcycle Club is doing this for the Track Masters. They're going to hold the Junior Track Masters on the 8th of June, and on the 9th of June, they're going to hold the Senior Track Masters. So it's still going to be a 2-day event, but day 1 will be juniors, day 2 will be seniors. So I think they may be trying to do that to sort of accommodate so people don't have to sit there for 2 days and sort of wait around for 2 days for a handful of rides. So that's actually, I reckon that's a smart decision on the club's part to do that. I reckon they'll get a lot more riders, and I reckon it'll give them more of a chance. They can do the track prep for one day and then spin it around for the next day for the senior. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear the feedback on that, guys. So let the club know what you do think about it. I mean, they're doing it for a reason. Maybe people have already said, this would work well, so they're giving it a crack. But it sounds interesting. I love that they're giving it a go at trying something different. So I imagine, a lot of the families, we have children and parents racing, so they'll be there the whole weekend anyway. But like the point you made, if your dad or mum doesn't race, you can just go up for the one day if you don't want to hang around. So yeah.
Yeah.
And same for the seniors that don't have kids, they can just come on the Sunday or Saturday night, whatever. So yeah, probably makes, so yeah, makes, because a lot of people work 6 days a week, work Saturday and that, so it could make it
Yeah.
a lot easier for some of the seniors as well. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
reckon it'd be
be
great as
interesting to
well
see.
due to the fact that you sort of don't have to book Friday, Saturday night accommodation. You
Yeah.
can sort of only book the one night, or you only have to book sort of 2 nights instead of 3 if you live fair far away. So,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
gives someone else a chance to get an extra day to get down there and back.
Yeah. No, interesting.
Yeah. All right. After that, June 29th and 30th. I do like how Queensland do this. They hold the Queensland Dirt Track and Track Championships on the same weekend, and that's going to be held at Townsville. It's on the 28th, 29th, and 30th of June. So I think that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would really love to get up there, but unless someone can um, pay for it, I don't think I'll be going up to any of the Aussie dirt track titles, unfortunately. Yeah, we're really dedicated to the AFTN, and yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm waiting to hear back, as I said to you off here, Tom. Waiting to hear back if our third rider's coming on board or not, and yeah, we'll possibly have a fourth rider as well, which we'll go into once you get to the AFT and stuff. But
No worries. All right.
yeah.
Well, July 6th and 7th, you got the New South Wales Junior Track Championships, and they're going to hold that at Coffs Harbour. So, yeah, we did the state titles there last year, and it's a pretty good track, pretty technical, but that should be a good event as well. 20th and 21st of July, you got the Australian Senior Dirt Track Championships at Whitsunday Dirt Riders at Drays Park, Cononvale, which I'm pretty sure is Proserpine. So I've never been to that circuit, but I've definitely heard some good things about it. So
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if we'll get up there for that one or what the plans are. I think I'll be throwing my gear bag to someone and jumping on a bird and getting up there and back, because it's I think it's like a 20-hour or something drive for us. So yeah, it's definitely a long way. But I definitely hope they get the numbers. I hope they get 4 grids and the event runs smoothly, and it's and it goes ahead great. All right. After that, we have 27th and 28th is round 1 and 2 of the Australian Flat Track Championships at Appin. That'll be fantastic. It was great last year. Me and Yankee Steve got to stand there and do the gates and everything else. So nice and close to the action. Really enjoyed that one. Might do the same this year if I'm not throwing a leg over, but we'll see what happens.
That was the second time I met you ever, I think.
First was at Bathurst and the second time was at Appin. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, the memories.
Oh, mate, it's flooding back, getting emotional.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that too. Should be
all
great.
Right. On the 10th and 11th of August, you get the Australian Junior Track Championships, and that's going to be held at Forbes. Yeah, we had the Aussie long track track titles at Forbes last year, and they ran a good event. That was that was another technical track. Yeah, we had a ball there. All right, and a week after that, 17th and 18th of August, you got the Australian Senior Track Senior Track Championships at Tamworth Oakburn Speedway. Slady always runs a good event out there. Always runs smoothly. So that'd be a fantastic event too. Hopefully,
that's track, yeah. Senior track, yep. Was it? Yeah, yep. Oh yeah, might be able to make that one.
Yeah, hopefully. So
because I think that's what 13 hours. I think for us, 13 hours, 14 hours.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
sort of doable.
I think it's only about 5 or 5.5. Same to Gunnedah to Tamworth it is for us. So yeah,
is it? Yeah,
yeah. All right. On the 31st and 1st of September, we've got round 3 and 4 of the Australian Flat Track Championship at North Brisbane. I heard that was an absolute cracker last year, so hopefully I can get up there and watch that one. And
we have to have a bit of a team meeting about that one. I'm not sure I'm quite keen to do it again, but it really depends what the rest of the year's bringing and how everything's shaping up and how everyone feels about it. Brendan did say the other day that he'd fly in again if he could do it that way. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah, Zane, I'm not sure. Zane's been hibernating a bit. He's been. I'm pretty sure he's discovered woman, but he's
How's he recovering from his knee?
yeah, it's good. Yeah, so he yeah, he got the all clear, and the day after, I think it was, he went and raced up at Marley Meets at Mildura, and yeah,
Okay.
apparently had a blast.
All
Um,
right. Yeah.
so yeah, we need to get him back on the bike and start focusing about racing. He's had a holiday now, and he's yeah had a bit of a chillax. So I think yeah, we're going to start working on a bit of a program. He said that he wants to the other day. So yeah, so he missed out at Brisbane being injured, obviously. So I'm sure he'd like to go. So we'll just have to see. And Dan Leonetti won the Kelpie Cup, so rightfully he's got a spot on our team. He just hasn't confirmed with me which direction he wants to go yet. I offered him another prize if he doesn't want to join the team. So and I, as you know, well, as you now know, I'm building this Harley 750 uh, with the intentions on the bike to compete in every round of the AFT, and rider or pilot has not been decided yet. Offered it to someone who was keen, but we haven't worked through any details. And if they're not keen, I would like to ride it. But yeah,
Don't worry.
we'll
I'll
see.
twist his arm, but I think he'll be keen as mustard.
I think so.
I think
Yeah,
that's a perfect fit for that too. What is yours? An
yeah.
XR or an XG or?
XG, yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome.
XG, yeah. But
Oh
we're not
yeah.
going to go. We're not going crazy. We'll talk about that after, Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 21st and 22nd of September, we got the Corindai Long Track. That's yeah, that's an awesome meeting.
Yeah, I'd like to
Jobbo and
get to
I.
that this year. I wanted to do it last year and didn't make it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
carry on.
No.
You and
Oh yeah, hopefully. Well, Jobbo and I got third in that last year, and yeah, we could have had a good chance to get the win. We're on the pace. It's a bit of bad luck off the start, but yeah, I'm pumped to get back out there again. Hopefully, he's right and ready to rock and roll for that one.
yeah, cool.
All right. A week later, you've got the 28th and 29th. You've got the Australian Junior Track Championships at Mildura, Northwest Victoria Motorcycle Club. I haven't been out to Mildura yet, so yeah,
You've never
hopefully
been to that track.
nah, hopefully I can get out there one day and have a look at it. I haven't done a hell of a lot in Victoria, only Albury and then the Broadford Bonanza
Yeah, right.
at
Yeah,
Broadford. And I love Broadford. I had an absolute freaking
yeah.
ball there. So I do want to make the trip down there and do some races. I might make a guest appearance in the Kelpie Cup. You never know, but yeah, I might keep that under my hat so you don't get too excited and grow your hair back.
Well, well, I don't know if I'd what to say. I'd probably kiss you if that made me grow hair.
Oh, geez, I'm definitely not going down there, and that's going to be a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, just to throw us off course for a minute, I'm actually not going to run the Kelpie Club this year, and it would be called the Klavr Cup this year anyway.
Oh well, yeah.
Um,
Sorry,
but
yeah.
I've decided not to run it, and there is a reason. Um, but what I'm telling the clubs that I am communicating with is that if they run a 19-inch class at any of their meetings, to let me know, and I'll help publicise it and promote it.
Nice.
But I've still got a lot to do, and I hope that I can pull it off. But the aim is, you would have seen, I put a survey out. I think it was before Christmas about who would travel to Victoria, because numbers is what we're worried about. It
Yeah,
is a numbers game. If we don't get the riders, it all goes up the shit. So you can't track high. Everything's going up, guys, as you know. Yeah, we're getting some tax cuts, but whoop-de-doo, it's a bit
yeah.
late.
That's going
It's
to be
all, we're
bugger all.
already all hurting.
Mm,
So
yep.
we really need riders to support us. But I want to do a sort of debut like AFT, like Dave did. So yes, I am copycatting a bit of Dave, but do a double header probably in the second half of the year, I'll say, of a
Yep.
Victorian flat track. and hopefully we can turn that into like a Victorian title in 2025 and have maybe 6 rounds. But we'll start off with a teaser and try that. That will give the team that I'm going to hopefully build up a chance to iron some stuff out and learn what to do because I don't know what I'm fucking doing. So we'll be learning on the fly, and hopefully we can bring you some great events and all the Victorian clubs jump on and support it, which I'm pretty sure they will be happy to help from who I've been talking to so far. And that way, if you look at that and let's say we get 4 rounds, and if you tie that in, if you're a flat track racer, you tie that in with just the AFTN, that's 10 rounds of flat track racing with the longer laps, qualifying, all that sort of stuff. For a season, which is pretty good. And then if you want to throw in your Skylift 19 class, your Bathurst 19 class, and I dare say Corindai might do one. Gunnedah, they'll probably have 19 classes. They usually do on the oil. And I'm sure a Central Coast, I would be surprised if they don't run a 19 class. Start throwing that in, you're going to have so much seat time on your 19s.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm stoked to see that happen. One of the reasons I'm not going to run the Kelpie Cup is allowing the 21-19 block pattern tire. I think it made it too easy for people to not turn up on 1919s. So it proved the point though. The overall winner was Stanley Anetti, and he was on a set of 19s front and back. So he didn't win every race from memory, but he won overall in points.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what's happening there. That's the aim, and I'm determined to get it to happen. It's one step at a time. Like, so with the rebranding, I've got to finish that first, get that sorted. And I have been working on the Victorian flat track stuff a little bit in the background, but I haven't been able to give 100% to it yet. So, but that's what I'm hoping to do. So please support it when we get it up and going. There's a few meetings and stuff I've got to have, and I might do a bit of I was going to say Facebook meeting. What are we on? Like a Zoom meeting or something like that.
What are we on?
Where everyone can sort of put in ideas if they want. But I mean, Dave's proved his what he does is working. So it won't be exactly the same as AFTM, but it will be similar.
Yeah.
There might be some different classes, for example. And we'll see. Rudely interrupted you. Where were you?
No.
Can you
Good.
remember?
After the junior dirt track championships, you got the Victorian dirt track championships at Albury on the 12th and 13th of October. So they ran a fantastic meeting last year at the Australian dirt track titles. So I can dare say that this one should be equally, if not better.
Didn't they? Yeah, it was fantastic, and thanks to everyone that's watched our video of that too. That's one of the best performing videos that I've done is that Aussie dirt track titles, and I actually didn't even deliberately do it. It was just I went there going I'll just film some stuff because I was going to China the weekend after, and I still wanted to be part of it. We sponsored the 19-inch class as well. Was it 19-inch class? Yeah.
At the titles.
Yeah. What was it? I sponsored there. Fuck, that's bad, isn't it? I've already.
I don't. Was there a 19-inch class?
I
Not
can't
at the
remember.
titles. There wasn't.
I can't remember what I sponsored. Sorry, guys.
Shit.
I have to look through my invoice.
And you don't even drink. That's concerning.
That's bad. Yeah, I've definitely got old man brain at the moment. Fuck. Anyway,
All right,
they had
moving
an
on
awesome,
then.
They
on
had an
the
awesome event. Yeah, let's move on. We'll edit that out, I reckon.
the 19th and 20th of October, which I'm pretty sure it's the same weekend as the MotoGP. The Akuba Classic at Kempsey.
Oh, yeah.
That was me and Sean Flora and I raced that last
That's
year,
right.
and unfortunately, there was really low numbers. Not sure if it was due to everything jam packed or sort of thing around about that same time, but normally that's insanely packed. So hopefully a few more riders rock up for that one, and a few new riders rock up for that one too, because I'd love to see a Reed Batty back out there again on 19s, given to the other fellas on the motard wheel. So that would be awesome. 16th, 17th of November, we've got round 5 and 6 of the Aussie Flat Track Championships at Gunnedah. I had the privilege to go up and watch that last year, and that was an absolutely awesome event. It was good to see Tom come over and support it when he had the chance to, and
Max,
showcase
Max
his
Sam,
American his skills from America over here. So that was absolutely unreal. And congratulations to all the riders that made the effort to do all the rounds of the AFT, and all the winners and place getters too. And especially a big shout out to Mick Kirkness. Well done for getting your second ring, mate. I'd love to see you back out there for a third year to get your third ring. But little birdie tweaked in my ear and said that that may not be the case, but we can only hope.
Yeah, I actually still haven't checked out the Talk and Chatter episode. There's a podcast called Talk and Chatter. It's Mick who actually commentates the AFTN. Go and check him out. His pods are really good. He's had Maxwell on there, Michael Curtness. Pretty sure Tom's been on there, isn't he? Tom Jane.
I don't think he has. No,
No, he has, isn't he? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, Jared Brook,
has.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jared Brook did one. He might have done one or two, I think. I think he did one earlier on and then did another one before he went to Europe.
Yeah, so go and check that out. I've still got to check the Kirkness one out too. I keep meaning to do it, but saying you're really busy sounds like a cop out, but I really have been quite busy. So, maybe that's what I'll do in bed tonight. Watch that one.
Fair enough. Moving on.
But and I've got to say, huge thanks, Tom, for that skateboard. It's freaking sick, and that's what we were talking about at the very start. Actually, I'm meant to be cleaning my office up and making a sort of studio space where I won't have this silly background anymore. It will be real shit in the background. That will be one of the things. And some other Kelpie memorabilia. Helmets and a little dirt bike and stuff. And so a bit of a what's that footy, like the footy show sort of scene sort of thing. Something like that, but so I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm surprised you don't have your Harley sitting behind you now and you're patting it.
I fucking love the Harley. I'm in love. I'm in love with two vehicles, which I didn't think it was possible. I just got a and I know this is crazy. It sounds stupid, but just bear in mind I've been driving a 1996 Mitsubishi Delica, which I also love, but she is fucking around too much. I can't handle it anymore, so she's taking the back seat. And I got a Kia Sorento, and I love it. I just can't stop driving it. I want to drive everywhere. It's fantastic.
You can drive to Brisbane. They'll hold a couple of titles up there. You can drive up there if you want to get some miles in.
It's pretty. So the reason I got the Sorento, it's an older, it's a 2008, but and Willow, my middle daughter, laughs at me and calls me a soccer mum, but it tows 2.8 ton braked, and
that's all right. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, wow, it's actually an awesome car. I love it. It's it was definitely a bargain, and I'm no regrets at all until it's sitting on the side of the freeway smoking. But let's hope.
All right, let me get to the last one of the year that I've got here, which is it's always a massive turnout for this one. Is the North Brisbane Cup or Brisbane Cup? It says here at North Brisbane Junior Motorcycle Club, Mick Doohan Raceway. That I'd love to get up there and
how was the footage that came out of that this year, last year, 2023?
Awesome. Unfreaking real. It looked unreal. It looked like fun. It looked unreal. I'd love to get up there and do it. Yeah, hopefully all ducks align this year, and I can get to as many events as I possibly can. But yeah, we'll all see what happens after that.
Yeah, we need to charter like an army helicopter that can carry motorcycles or something, don't we? So we can all pick each other up and all chip in and get like 40 bikes on the sucker or something. Get to Queensland in half the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, now look who's fantasizing. Um,
Have you got your ticket in the Powerball or Lotto, whatever it is, tonight for the 150 million?
bloody oath I have, mate. Yeah, yeah, bloody oath.
Well, you can buy your army helicopter and load whatever you want into it after that.
Yeah, I have to buy a pilot too. You don't want me flying that sucker.
That's right. I'll do it for you.
But yeah, it was actually interesting. I don't know when. So there was a Gypsy Tales pod with Casey Stoner. Have you listened to that one? Do you listen to Gypsy Tales at all?
Yeah, I do every now and then. I've got a fair few podcasts that I sort of circulate around, but
Yeah, so I'm name dropping a few, if you want to call them competitor pods, but they're actually all really good, and I enjoy them, and I happily name drop them. It's more content to listen to, and it's interesting stuff. And I found that Casey Stoner one quite interesting, and his opinion about professionalism, and he actually mentions Jack Miller racing in Australia at dirt track, and I think
yeah,
from memory they mentioned the Brisbane Cup. So it must have been after the Brisbane Cup, yeah, the dates are all muddled up in my head. But he said that it's actually a risk, and he wouldn't do that, like because you could, and it sort of made that's sort of what fed my comment about Tom Jane riding the 19s too. Is these guys have a reputation, and if you show you can be beaten, it can weaken that to your competitors. So yeah, I found that mindset quite interesting because I'm just that's probably my biggest weakness in racing is I don't go in with a killer instinct. Like I don't go in to win. I go to win. I want to win, but I don't go to win. At
yeah.
any cost, like some of these other guys do. And I really wish I did have that in some respects. But yeah, it's interesting that mindset thing because it is, as you know, a huge part of racing. Like being able to do the activities one thing, but actually being able to have no limitations because your mindset's so strong on actually winning. That's a different thing, I think. Good skill.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's it. That's it for the open meetings for this year on the calendar. In that email, which I'm pretty sure that 90% of you would have gotten as well. It's got all the ride park days and practice days, and I think and all the submitted dates for club days as well. I dare say that would be somewhat adjusted or altered, and other things fit in and moved around and things like that as more dates get thrown in if obviously if MA allows it. So
how hectic is it already though? I mean, that's already hectic, and that's without all the club days. Without
It's
crazy. It's crazy.
If you can't find somewhere to ride every weekend, you're in the middle of nowhere. But there's it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. Hopefully everything runs smoothly and everything runs successfully.
No, second that. I think that's pretty cool. All those events, some of them are. There's no actually really no new ones there. AFTN, NASA. This is where I was trying to lead into before, but missed my segue a couple of times. I had a little chat to Dave Maddock via text message yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I think it was. So I wanted to clear up a couple of things. I asked him. I said, mate. Just want to know what changes. Sorry, I'm trying to find. I was telling Tom bragging about my multitasking earlier, and I'm shit at it. I can't do it. Anyway, so asking what differences there are in the AFTN next year. Obviously, it's championship, so that's a major difference. So if you win in your class, you're in a flat track Australian champion.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
So it likes. So I had been told by some people, I saw a post saying that it is uncapped. The classes are uncapped. And then on Saturday night, I was being told by a couple of different people that no, it will be capped. So that was my sort of main question. And it's uncapped. Okay, guys, that's from the organizer himself. At this stage, it's uncapped.
All right, awesome.
Shit. I wish I could read faster. Um, so the website is updated. I asked them if all the details are on there, but there are a few details missing. I'm not actually sure what details they are. I haven't had a chance to look. Sorry, guys. I've been working days and nights lately. Um, uh, the twins class will be at every round, but it is only on the oval. Okay, so it's not on the TTs. So I was hoping it would be on the TTs, but he makes a good point. In brackets, he's got the standard frame bikes upending.
Oh, right.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
so
Jeez.
they have obviously someone's been experimenting on the jumps, and so yeah, fair enough. So we're not there yet for the bikes to handle jumps. And look, in the competition's defence, um, yeah, if someone was an asshole and said, "Oh, you made the jump too steep and it broke my bike," they could technically hold you responsible. So
Wow.
yeah, until we've got the technology and some rules in place, which I think will be years down the track, um, flat tracks only, which is fine probably for our ability to on twins. Um, everyone's well, majority of everyone's going to be fairly new to these big bikes, and they are big bikes and heavy. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed watching it at Brisbane, and I know the oval tracks are going to be awesome at all three venues because they are so different. So, I was actually talking to someone the other day who doesn't know a lot about the 19s, sort of thinks he does, but was saying, "Oh, the tracks look the same," and look, they're totally different. AFTN and the team they produce three totally different tracks, um, and obviously on each day the TTs are different. But the surfaces, App and Blue Groove had a Blue Groove, one that you could have multiple lines on, but it was pretty tricky. Brisbane was a typical dirt track, sand granite broke up, chunky, loose, um, all your normal sort of meeting on a granite track sort of issues, too much water here and there and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, sort of like traditional dirt track. And then Gunnedah oil track, yeah, totally
Yeah.
different again. So I
That's
think,
great. That's great. They've got three different services or
yeah,
three
I think
different
it
sort
was
of types. That's
fantastic.
awesome.
And we'll see what happens in 2025. The last couple of times I talked, Dave does want to expand, to around in Victoria and obviously nationally. I mean, imagine if we had one everywhere, but that's getting a bit ahead of ourselves at the moment. So, I'm happy at at what he's doing. I think it's sensible. So it's basically a repeat of last year, sorry, but now it's a championship, and also the twins are at every oval. So I think that's fantastic. Um, as far as I know, if you are a female rider, um, you go in the class, whether it's the pro class or the clubman with everyone else. Um, I don't think there is a female class at the moment. And being I want to be a little bit more of an asshole this year, and just be blunt. And if you don't turn up, like bloody sliders, if you don't turn up, your classes aren't going to get supported. So girls,
Yeah.
if you want an all females class, you need 20 of you to rock up every time. All right, not four. Well done to all four girls. It's not discrediting anybody at all. It's
Mm.
just that's the reality. Promoting, and that's what Dave is. He's a promoter. It's something that we haven't seen a lot. It used to happen a lot in Australia and New Zealand. Promoters would promote events that this promoters are sort of, I wouldn't say become redundant. You would have watched it too as you grew up, Tom, and all these big events and that they were put on by promoters that would work
Yep.
with clubs and officials. And it's starting to come back, and I think that's what's going to help our sport grow. I think it's sort of what's what's been missing, because a promoter can potentially make money out of it. Um, More often than not, they won't. They'll break even like a club, but they've got a purpose for why they're promoting that event. They want a certain discipline to be successful, etc., like Supercross or that sort of stuff. And I think that's what works. And no discredit to the clubs either, because we know they put in a shitload of work and a lot of hard work, and um, but I think there is a difference between volunteers and earning potentials. I just think there's a different drive behind it. So, yeah, anyway, real interesting stuff happening. Uh, 3 years ago, 19s were still being laughed at. They're here now. And yeah, the future's it's rolling forward. It's doing what I think should happen, and it's coexisting together, and everyone should be really proud that's supporting it. And everyone that's not supporting it and wants it to stay the same, well, it is. So you can still just do your dirt track and go along and be happy. So I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's
right.
going
Yeah, it's
awesome.
not
Yeah.
taken away from traditional dirt
No,
track, which is not was not the intention whatsoever. It was just giving riders
yeah.
another platform to go for a skid on it, develop different skills, go different avenues. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon it's fantastic. I love the
Yeah.
idea, and yeah, I want to do a hell of a little more of it.
Yeah, and as we're bashing on about, I mean, we are a 19 focus podcast, uh, so
What really?
as we're and the occasional psych, we'll let them in every now and then. But
Oh, come on, mate. You love them. I see you
I
stand up every
do,
time they hit the
I
track.
do, and oh look, I'd get divorced. Like Tim's got that one for sale, and I just keep sort of going, oh, maybe we should swap the XT for it or something. I don't know, but anyway,
Yes, yes, you should. And I tell you what, it'll put a horn on a jellyfish, mate. You'll be the happiest. Yeah, you'll
I'd
love it.
rather a big wheel one though. That's a little wheel one. I'd rather a big wheel because I've got a whole lot of tires I can use on it. I can't put
Mate,
my
you're all
tires
about
on that little.
business. You're all about business. I love it. Absolutely love it.
But yeah. So look, 2024, we're here. It's looking to be a massive year. It's awesome to see your face again, Tom. I was worried that I'd upset you or something. I said I'll come and
Nah,
see you at Gunnedah, and you disappeared, and that's the last I've seen of you. And then you wouldn't answer
no,
my calls, and oh no, I've got too much echo. I can't do a potty. So, yeah, I cried for about 2 minutes and then got over it. And then I just thought, fuck, he'll come back when he's ready. And here he is.
yeah, no. All that come down to was yeah, the job I was working at night. We had yeah, a bit of conflict with the contracts, and trying to deal with all that, and just trying to keep my mindset on that in a
Yeah.
bit of a headspace that everyone always gets into. But no, I've got all that cleared up, got it all sorted out. Told people what I thought of them. Told a few people exactly what I thought of them, and yeah, pissed a few people off, put a few smiles on people's faces. But I'm back, ready to rock and roll, ready to make it happen and punch out these potties for all you peoples.
Yeah, yeah, sweet. Yeah, me too. Yeah, keen to rev it up. And to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen in 2024. I've got a skeleton sort of plan there, and yeah, we'll just roll with it and see. There's a couple potential overseas trips. Yeah, the Burt was going to be one of them, but it decided that the Harley and sort of helping support the AFTN and Twins class, and that would be a way to go. And it's I think I've told the story before. It's also why I got into flat track because of On Any Sunday and the Harleys. I just
Yeah.
love the look of them and style and everything.
Oh yeah.
Some awesome. Also, I know you haven't been spending a lot of time on social media and stuff, but yeah, I shared one called I think it's called Grit, and it was a sort of documentary thing about um, how board racing and flat track basically started in America. Check them out; it's pretty bloody amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great little docos. There's a sort of series of them, and yeah, I posted it. Can't remember if it was on my personal one or what, but you'll find it if you look around on my socials enough. Yeah, on YouTube. Great, fantastic story. So basically, our sport derived from bicycle racing on velodromes. So
Yeah. Right. Yep. Yep.
in America,
Mm.
I would love to see the equivalent sort of documentary of Australian racing. I know there's some historians out there. Actually, there's one living down the road from me. I'm going to try and get him on. He's a huge speedway guff, lived in the UK racing and traveling and selling products and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, someone rang me up the other day and was saying, Darcy, you've just got to come and meet him. I'm too scared because I may never come home from the sounds of it. We might just sit there talking for days and weeks and months. So uh, yeah, I've got to finish the freaking website. And you know, when I launch it, you're gonna go, why is this taking them so long? But look, Tom's looking around the corner. What's going on?
Oh, I'm just
It's
wondering
Morgan
why
running
there's
around naked or something.
no, there's about 8 people that just walked in my house.
Oh, right. Do you know
Yeah.
any of them?
Yeah, I do. And they're all looking
Oh,
at me pointing at their watch. So yeah.
oh, you meant to be going to the pub or something?
No. Just got shit organized for this weekend and yeah, I didn't exactly forget about the pod, but when the reminder went off my phone, I'm like, fuck, I've got to make sure we get that in before anything else. So yeah.
So can you give us the details of the weekend? Because you probably won't be able to remember them in 3 days' time.
What do you mean, mate? I'm off the grog, off the lot of it, mate. That was just Gunnedah was just a bit of a celebration, knowing that I didn't have to do a hell of a lot. I did want to come down to the pits and do some interviews and all that different stuff, but yeah, my head wasn't in the game, and I would have just sat there looking like a fish out of water. So I was just like, it's better not to make yourself look like a dick and that you're not trying hard enough, and then actually put in half an effort at some point.
Yeah, no, it's all good, mate. No, it was a good meeting. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, got burnt toes. Bloody hot. It was hot.
yeah. It's
But
just always spicy out there.
yeah, so Australia Day weekend this weekend, long weekend for most. What are you doing?
I was planning to go down to Putty and go for a ride for a couple of days. So yeah, I've got a motocross tire on the back of my 250. So
Oh,
hopefully I can
sweet.
go down there and take that for a spin if it's not too hot. So I'll be pretty yeah, I'm pretty keen to look forward to that.
Yeah, nice. Yep, yep. I'm just doing
You riding?
housework.
You
No,
doing
well,
housework?
actually, oh yeah, well, we did I? Yeah, fuck, what can I say? Rebuilding a wall in our laundry, and that had a bit of termite damage. So I've taken that out. I've put a brick wall in the bottom half, and I'm about to do the frame and the plasterboard on the top half. It looks pretty good actually. I've never done bricklaying, so thank you, YouTube. Now I'm a master bricklayer, apart from the wobbles in it. But we have a rustic house, so she looks good. So that's sort of what I'm focusing on. I
Nice.
want to finish the track if I can get that done too, and yeah, throw a leg over and get a few laps in before next weekend. I actually had my first game of golf ever the other weekend. You play a bit of golf, don't you? Didn't you tell me that?
No, when I did my apprenticeship, my boss used to go to the driving range every afternoon and get taught by a pro. So I
Yeah,
got
right.
some pretty good tricks and tips. But no, I was actually speaking to one of my good mates, Justin Burtis, today, and he was saying to me he's going to go have a hit at a course up at Newcastle where he lives, and that seemed yeah, it seemed pretty interesting. So I might go there and see how many golf balls I can lose or put through windscreens of cars.
Actually, I lost two, one in the water, no, two in the water. Yeah, but
I love
but
it.
as she did all right. Like,
Yeah.
and I took my daughter Willow, my middle youngest daughter, sorry, and
Yeah.
I'd hit two golf balls out the backyard, and that's it. And an ex-racer friend of I'll call him an ex-racer because he doesn't seem to be wanting to return. Um, yeah, Lockie Thompson. And yeah, we caught up and hit a few balls, and I never saw myself as a golfer, but I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good. A good way to kill a couple of hours, and yeah, it was fun. I can sort of see why people like doing it. I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be a weekend golfer, but maybe once a month or something, catch up with
Oh,
it.
I don't. There's once or
Yeah,
twice I've gone down to the local driving range and just taken my anger out on a driver. But
yeah, right.
yeah, definitely haven't walked around 18 holes for at least easy 15 years,
Yeah. No,
easily.
we did nine.
Yeah,
We did not.
yeah.
18. I'd
Well,
still be there.
well,
I'd still
by
be
the by
there.
the time it got to the seventh hole, it felt like we did 21, and I think that might have
Yeah.
been as many beers as we had. So yeah, definitely
Yeah,
took a toll on
nice.
us then.
Yeah. Yeah, the shot of the day for me is I actually got it over some water from a tee, which it was from the tee off, it was over a pond. I think about 100 meters or something like that, 150 meters. And I got it on the green. So I was pretty stoked. Um, Yeah, considering
I hope the listeners like golf because they're going to be like,
considering
shit,
had
we're going
no
to turn
idea,
this prick
you know.
off now.
Yeah, well, we did say it was going to be of an asshole pod, didn't we, at the start, or was that off here?
Yeah. Darcy keeps waffling on about his Victorian women's AFL. Geez, can't he talk about dirt bikes?
Mate, there's going to be so much dirt and flat track action coming to you guys. You're gonna be sick of it. We've got obviously the AFT in America firing up soon. Daytona, the countdown's on. I think it's up to 44 days or something, 43 days to go. And then if you can keep up with it all, I'd be amazed. Like the Dutch flat track, the Canadian flat track,
UK,
the
New Zealand.
DTRA, which is the UK one, the New Zealand stuff, our stuff. It's bloody insane. It's getting
good.
insane,
It's
and
fantastic.
it's fantastic. It's all we need now is to get outsiders, more outsiders coming in, so spectators and people that don't actually ride, and not necessarily know someone that rides, get into the sport and enjoy it and want to come and watch and want to be, come and listen to our pods and learn more about it. And if they eventually turn into a rider, fantastic. But supporters and fans that we need. So that's the next step is getting these supporters and fans in. And I really think, and that's the idea of the Victorian Flat Track is, we really want it to be a show. So that will be a strong focus on it being a show. So you can do as many monos all around the track as you want. Make it look good, full off in front of everyone, do a bow, whatever. Be a crowd pleaser is what I'm saying. One of my best racing memories is actually a street race in Invercargill in New Zealand, and I went over the bales because I fucked up the corner. Went over the bales, and I went head first, and I flipped, but I landed on my feet. It was not deliberate at all, and I'm just big chain fence, temporary fence, and I shit you not, thousands of people all just looking at me, and I just put my hands up like that, and it was like a Mexican wave. It was fucking unreal. It's one of the best things, and I still get people telling me about that today, like online and that. Oh, I remember when you went over the hay bales.
The hay bales. That's what I was running into. That's when you started talking about bales. I'm like, is he talking about cricket bales? I'm like, shit, this guy's not shy of talking about any sport. He loves them all.
Hey, it all relates back. The golf is really good for your wrist actions, which connects to your throttle. So, like that.
Yeah,
we'll tie it in somehow. We'll tie it in somehow. I think I've gone 2 months without swearing. I've been really good at not swearing. And one podcast, I'm already starting to let them fly.
Yeah,
so
mate, you're a fucking animal. You got to calm down a little bit.
I need some more sand that I've ran out. My drip ran out, so I need.
Mate, I don't even have any more. I've got 4 empty cans sitting on the shelf, looking pretty. But I seen Jobbo put a photo up of him having a can. And, I need to try and replenish my stock and getting a bit sleepy.
Well, I think I think we've bored everyone long enough. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think we've talked enough shit.
I think we have. Tom's got a posse of women there waiting for him or something. He keeps looking out the corner. He keeps
keep poking
the
head around the corner. I'm waiting to see something else, and I'm just
They're sending him pictures because he keeps
as long as I don't walk
so.
around this region here, I don't care. It's all good.
I'm always up for a gander. Cheap thrills, whatever it takes.
No, mate. As soon as you give them half a chance, the kits come off, and then that's it. It's a shit fight.
So that might be the next promotional event that we do, nude flat track or something like that. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Can you get roost on your arms? Can you imagine roost if you're running around nude?
I was shocked with that. That's the only bruise that I've got though. Like I didn't get it on my left arm. Must be when I finally remembered to put my elbow in the air. And copped it. Must have been a good rock in there because it's right on my bicep.
Nice.
Now it looks like I've got definition.
Hey man, whatever floats your goat.
All right, mate. Well, it's great to see you again. Good to catch
Yeah,
up.
you too, bud.
Yeah, I hope we haven't bored you guys too long. And yeah, everyone get training because it's going to be a ripper of a season, ripper of a year. And I look forward to seeing what it brings. And yeah, once again, thanks for supporting now Klavr and or Klavr as Tom calls us. And I look forward to the new skateboard deck and eventually hanging that on the wall. And yeah, I think that one wraps it up. I haven't. We've got to. I'll flog that like button. We're going to stick with that. We're a new year, so we should probably come up with a few new slogans or something.
Well, how many more tires you want to give me? Oh, mate, I'll give you about 50 of them. You keep throwing me those 19-inch tires.
Well, it depends how much America orders for their ice racing.
No, it's fair enough. And if you see us guys at the track, whatever else, don't hesitate to come up and say good day. And if you want to jump on the pod and tell us your story, or even just talk about shit like we do, just come and give us a yell. Send Darcy a message. We'd love to have you on, hear your story, and see what you're all about. It's don't be shy. I was sort of a bit shy, worried about it at the first, but no, it's good. It's good fun, and it's really weird to hear your voice back. So yeah, definitely come on and have a yarn with us.
Yeah, and look, I've actually had a few people come up to me at events, and I've been doing a little bit of commentating at those as well, and say how they enjoy the podcast and they like learning about the riders and that and Tom mentioned last year, don't be shy about talking about yourself. People actually do enjoy hearing your story. So
Definitely.
if you're comfortable enough to talk about it, it only helps. It only helps the sport. It really does. People learn things and about other people and go, it might trigger something like, oh, I've always wanted to do that, and then you've heard, oh, Tom's done that, and well, if Tom can do it, I'll do it, and then they go out and give it a crack, and we've got a new racer, or it's all proactive. So yeah, please call out to us. One of my main missions is to have more juniors on. So yeah, hopefully we get young Cooper on. He was pretty cool to talk to in the pits there, and I spoke to his dad Josh as well, and I'm
Josh is
pretty
a nice
sure
fellow. I met him a fair few years ago at the Victorian Titles at Albury. There, he's a real nice bloke.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll come on. The guys in the Netherlands want to come on, but all three of them want to come on this time together.
Right.
So we're trying to tee up
five of us
dates.
Of us talking shit.
Yeah. Well, me and you will be. Well, you can translate. I'll try to understand what they're saying.
No, you can tell me what they're saying. I'll be looking at you. I'll be in another different realm.
and the same for them, probably.
That's exactly right. They're thinking, who's this bloke from New South Wales?
Yeah, Richard was an awesome dude to interview and talk to. They just love the bikes, the whole atmosphere of racing, and the people within it, and having a beer and the social aspect. So it's it's about passion for them over there. So they're great to talk to, and the other guys weren't available because of work and stuff. So hopefully we can tee it up properly this time. Also, I want to track you down, Wayne Drake in the South Island. Hopefully, hopefully we can have a chat about the Burt and the Canterbury champs afterwards or something. He's going to be pretty busy though, I'd say, but we'll see if we can sort that out. So yeah, definitely some pods on the go there. Haven't really thought about it too much. Like I keep banging on, I've just got to get this website done. Once I get that done, I will look like a new man, believe me.
Yep.
Definitely feel like it. You'd never think 2 pages could cause so much bloody agony. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, all good, guys. We're going to sign out. Keep it sideways. Till next time, go Flat Tracker.
Go Flat Tracker. Go Flat Tracker. Go, go, go.